Bring it in.
What is up? Yeah, so it's been about a week, but everything is going exactly how I have it planned on the schedule. Last week I was pretty tired, so I was pushing it pretty hard, doing a lot of failure work. I've been doing a lot more push pull leg. So I basically been doing higher volume push pull leg twice within a week. Though I think this is projecting forward a little bit. After we go through the next fit test, as we go into day 60, after that, I think I want to try, or what I am going to do for the following, let's say about 4 weeks after that, is an upper lower split. So like upper lower, different days. What are you doing over there? Like Monday all upper body, Tuesday all lower body, Wednesday all upper body. So I want to try that split, so I hit all muscle groups 3 times a week and see how that feels with the volume of work that I do, and then have I guess one day off. I've still been combining a lot of run, bike, and swim. Just a ton of it. I have some interesting footage, some things I want to film to kind of incorporate in here. But anyway, long story short, so training is going well. The running is actually improved. I'm doing about a little over a 3-ish mile thing right now. I'm not trying to run too much, just enough because I want to do a sprint triathlon. So I want to train in all the different areas, the cross training kind of stuff, but not in I'm not trying to do a marathon or something super crazy right now, even though in the future, a full Ironman triathlon would just be insane to complete. So we'll see. But in the near future, a sprint triathlon, I'm looking at, I would hope, about May for an official event. We'll see how things go with events, but that's it. So we're like day, I don't know, 40, 45-ish right now, not counting too much. The last week I found I've been like looking at my physique more often, so I'm trying to back off from that a little bit. I don't want to become like obsessive about the process. Same thing like with my meal prep. I just checked my 7-day averages on MyFitnessPal, and I'm about 2,300 right now. So there's a few things coming up that I'm going to discuss here with that 2,300 kind of going into our push towards my 37th birthday, the end of March. My first goal, which is more of a physique thing, over performance, though with 2,300 calories, I've been eating enough to stay ahead of the recovery and also have enough energy for performance. So far so good, though we are going to go into a bit of a cut because I want to get a specific physique by the end, close to the end of March. So that's where we're at. Shoot, I totally just lost my train of thought. I'm going to show you kind of I didn't do many like before videos or before pictures, but I did take, let me set some context. I did take, oh yeah, I didn't want to obsess too much. That's what I was talking about. I did, I think I want to say November or something. I took a few just mirror pictures, just kind of see where my physique was, because I knew I was going to get back into it. So I have that. I have a few pictures, different angles. And then I just took a few just basic updates. They are, forgive me, they're bathroom pictures, and they are what they are. They're just progress. They're just, if you want to see them, you're here for a journey, and that's what I'm going to share with you. I want to show you the progress, and also how the things that I've learned as far as nutrition and fitness over the years. I think that's one of the greatest things that I've looked at my journey. I was thinking about this morning when I look at how many times like I'm like a case study of like I do well, then I fall off, then I do well, then I fall off. But what I have noticed about this whole yo-yo thing over my life, and I mean you can see it on my channel here the last decade, is that every time I pick it back up, I get better. I learn more and I apply those lessons. Like this time around, I'm applying the lessons I learned from last time when I finally figured out kind of how to balance my nutrition, what works for me, and how to get cut. Now I'm taking the lessons that I learned from last time and the different recipes that I did. And like I said, kind of looping back is I don't want to obsess too much about this stuff. So when like I have a general idea of like where my calories are at, where my energy in is, I'm expending a lot, but I don't, I'm trying not to get to the point where I obsess over the calories and I obsess over those specifics. Like they're important over the long run, but if I eat a bag of popcorn, is not going to throw me off. If I, if I have an extra espresso in the day with 2% milk, it's not going to throw me off. And besides, I can kind of fit it within my macros for that day anyway. So if I want it, not to the point of like, you can't give yourself everything you desire. You have to have willpower and discipline in life. And that's I think one of the most beautiful things about, for me personally, with fitness and nutrition, is being able to direct my will on a daily, continuous, consistent basis. It's a very empowering feeling when you wake up every day and then you start to see the progress because of the things that you've applied day in and day out, the compound effect. But I digress. So I'm going to share with you kind of just the rough before pictures. I'll show you some of the progress photos that I took the other day. So there are some changes you can see. Let me know what you think in the comments if you don't see much or what you do see. But again, this is just progress, and this is like 40 some odd days. And I didn't start meal tracking and prepping until 10 days into the fitness part of this thing. So we're only about a month into the nutrition planning. And then, like I've said in previous vlogs, like the whole point was just turning up the heat. Just as we've gone every week, turning up the heat. And I mean, I'll compare, in the future, we'll look at it. We'll look at my training schedule. I'm going to share everything that I'm doing. I mean, I'm not doing like a normal, I'm going hard on the workouts because I can right now in my life. And I'm balancing that with sleep, and the nutrition to make sure I can keep showing up every day. So like the other day, for example, I had a bigger day planned and I destroyed my legs the day before. So I was so sore, and I had like a run and a bike. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to take it easy on my legs today because they were just, I mean, they're done. I had like no energy, enough energy for like cardio and stuff like that, but no, like my muscles, my legs were just done. So I went swimming, and I just did a nice steady state, easy swim. And I just did my, what did we do? Did we do 40 laps? Yeah, we did our 40 laps. So 1,000 yards, just nice and easy. So I did upper body and let the legs rest a bit. Anyway, so we're going to do, after we get through, we have on day 60 here, in another like 2 weeks, we're going to do another triathlon, sprint triathlon time trial, I guess, kind of just test around my community here, doing the distances, like the swim, the bike, and the run of a sprint triathlon, but just all on my own. And then, in the future, we'll work towards doing something actually like official and getting a time. But with that said, so we got that, and then we're going to do upper lower after that. So we're going to move out of push pull legs and just add some variety and try to hit the volume where we're doing doing muscle groups 3 times a week, and we'll see kind of what stimulus that does compared to. I mean, we're doing a lot of cardio too, so don't expect like big muscle change. I suppose I don't expect to like put on much. Besides, that's a struggle for me anyway. But then again, I've never showed up year after year after year of consistency. I did it a year, but then again, when I look back at last time, I was more focused on physique, like the appearance versus actually building mass. So I was working out and whatnot, but I was in a much lower calorie deficit. I think I was like 1,800 to 2,000 calories on average, which I mean, now I'm doing 2,300. I have 2,400 days. I've had a couple like 2,800 days, but usually it's averaging right now. The overall average came down to like 2,313. That doesn't matter, but roughly, give or take, in that range. So I'm like 500 calories heavier daily than I was before. But so 3 weeks towards the birthday goal. So it starts on March 3rd. We're going to give ourselves 3 weeks to diet down. So I am going to increase the deficit a bit, but only for a narrow window. See, last time I got so focused on it, like I kind of kept the calories at that, even though my fitness progressed and I ran out of body fat. So like I started to run into just kind of like energy problems, and just it became a lot harder to sustain. But now I understand the idea of scaling the calories, right? So like the body fat's reduced, you don't have the stored energy anymore when you're like super lean. So your body is relying more on dietary intake of energy. So I can balance that better and pay attention to my body. And that's the other thing I'm trying to do, is just listen to make sure I don't, try to pay attention to when things hurt and I need to recover more. and when I'm tired or whatnot. So I'm just trying to like take this one day at a time. But we're gonna do a 3-week thing starting on the 3rd up until my birthday on the 23rd, which is my 37th birthday. And we're gonna look at we're gonna do 3 weeks of. I'm thinking I want to be like happy. I don't want to like be in too much pain or like there's no point to go super crazy. I don't want it to be something like a crash diet. So probably not like 1800. I did think about that, but maybe more around like 2000, but maintaining the same cardio levels that I'm doing. So I think that'll put me in a decent deficit. And I mean, that's like 300 calories less per day on average if I hit about a 2000 calorie average for 3 weeks. So, and I have been losing body fat, but I've also been recomping. So my weight has stayed like right around 150 for like the last 40 some odd days. It's just chilling there. But the visual, I notice I'm growing a little bit, filling back in, I guess, compared to where everything just atrophied down to my sitting here in a computer chair for 10 hours a day. And then, of course, body fat, like the way things fit, I notice are different. So there's a reduction in body fat and an exchange of muscle, but the body weight is staying about the same, which is good because when I was at my leanest last year, let me wrap this up, it's going long. When I was at my leanest in 2019 going into 2020, we were at 130 pounds, 5'8", and I mean that was fine. I was super lean, vascular, and all that. But I would like to be somewhere in between. Like I was looking at if I was to lose about 4% body fat now, it's about 5 or 6 pounds from my frame. That would put me in that 144. Like I would be happy with about 140 to 145 pounds, but close, maybe not as lean, but close to as lean as I was in 2019, but about 10 pounds heavier. So I'm going to achieve that, I believe, this time by paying more attention to the calories and less about getting obsessed about physique and focusing more on performance. Like right now, honestly, at this point, my body fat, I would guess is somewhere between like 11 and 14%, probably on the lower aspect of that. Again, I'll show you some pictures, but I don't know, just estimating. But my performance is awesome right now. It's great. So I'm at a great body fat percentage. But physique wise, I do want to play down. I want to see like how, like if I lose 4%, and let's say that puts me in like the 8 to 10%, I want to see like how I'll be able to maintain my energy and my training schedule at the same time. So anyway, I don't know. I'm getting lost now. So let's leave it at that. That's what's going on. I've still just been showing up, and I'm trying to find interesting ways to continue to make content and make it as easy as possible. So hence the intro today. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll check in again here soon. Let me know in the comments below if these vlogs help you. If you have any questions, comments, if you want to see more, what you want to see, what you'd like me to discuss, whatever. This is us together, and this is me just vlogging it because this also kind of helps me just continue to show up. And at the end of the day, if it helps you and gives you some info or a spark or something, then that's awesome. So until next time.